just with her, and it started off with just a close-up of her eyes saying, hello, hello, and Lionel Richie's like, hello.
A frog comes out, hello, my baby, hello, my darling.
Wax on, wax off.
Cigarettes.
Excellent.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello and welcome Midlifers. We're your hosts, Fons.
And Miz.
And this is your weekly podcast where it's not self-help, but more help yourself to a smorgasbord of laughter, nostalgia, and a deep dive into the past.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to this week's show. We're starting off with Rant or Rave, modern technology. Do you remember these viral moments and who did it better? Oh, we've got the two wonderful, iconic divas today, Beyonce versus Adele.
So let's dive in.
Yeehaw!
Rant, rave.
Rant or rave.
Yeah. So today we are ranting and or raving modern technology. What do you deem as modern tech, Mez?
It has to be computer-ish. That's what I came up with.
I have listed
Yeah.
AI,
Yeah.
virtual reality, smart home devices, wearable tech like your smartwatches,
Yeah.
things like Google Maps,
Yep.
and self-driving devices.
So it's all
Vehicles.
it's all computer-based.
modern.
Yeah. We're like the Jetsons. Do you remember the Jetsons?
Of course I remember the
Yes,
Jetsons.
me, George Jetson.
His
and-
boy Elmo,
and
daughter Lucy,
Is it
Jane,
Elmo?
his wife.
Yes. But yeah, how they projected, even like a lot of those cartoons. I remember Inspector Gadget and he had the watch.
Yes.
Okay, so we got that.
But Mez, we don't have the shoe phone from Get Smart.
Oh, the shoe phone or the cone of silence. Or the one I really wanted was for Back to the Future flying cars, which I know I've talked about before. I really would like that.
I don't trust anyone out there. Keep your flying car to yourself.
I'm going to give you one that I love,
Okay.
which I don't have, but you have, and I was jealous of it, a robot vac.
Oh, God, I love my robot vac.
I love the idea of it. Let it do its work. I've got better things to do than to be vacuuming
Yeah.
my floor, especially all those crumbs.
Yeah, but I have to. You have to be on top of your tech on your phone, Mez, like
Yeah.
update your apps. I haven't updated my app. My vac is dormant again and I'm vacuuming myself.
Oh, damn it.
But the great thing and the rave I have about modern tech is the hard stuff is done for you.
Yeah.
Like you can take high photographs with a drone. You can have your house vacuumed with your Roomba. Your AI is doing your dirty work in how to word an email and all that. So it's doing the dirty work.
Yeah, so the rave with that is fantastic. I know there is a rant against some of that stuff. Yeah.
To the yin, there is a yang.
Well, yeah. So obviously the yang part of that is the good stuff it's taking away, which we've talked about before in regards to AI, that it can write books, it can make a song in 2 seconds.
It's made creativity worth cheap.
Yes, and the creativity is what, is the beauty in humanity.
That's right.
So that I poo-poo,
Mm.
but I do love, like, as I said, even with all the technology, how many things we can do, like us creating a podcast
I know.
in your kitchen.
I know.
Come on.
Oh, making a video. We're on YouTube from our phones. You have more opportunity to let loose on your creativity, whereas back then we were hindered
Yes.
by money, by technology we're able to get.
Yeah.
Rave, wearable tech.
Mhm.
So when you with your smartwatch, it takes your heart rate,
Yep.
your oxygen levels. And some people, it saved their lives where they're able to call an ambulance because they noticed that their heart rate had changed so dramatically.
Oh, okay. But so
It's a lifesaver.
But so, yeah, if you need it for medical purposes, fantastic. Actually, I know someone that has diabetes and she's got the wearable glucose monitor and it beeps so how fantastic is that?
That's great.
Yeah.
So wearable tech is a rave.
It is, but it's a pain in the ass to have to
Charge
it
every night.
Every night. Oh,
Miss.
come on.
For last year's birthday, I got a smartwatch.
Yeah. But that
use
you're
it-
not wearing. I've
that I'm
never
not
seen
wearing. I
you.
use it for 3 months. All I do is charge
Yeah.
it. And I don't wear it because I got a new phone and I haven't connected it.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered connect. How bad is that? I can't be bothered connecting it to my phone.
Yes, yeah, it's all the apps.
I'm so
Yeah.
lazy.
No, it's we've got a million one things to do.
On top of that,
Mm.
my child's school, you now do a lunch order through an app.
Yeah.
So we're told how to download the app.
Yeah.
Can't be asked.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been making sandwiches every
I
Friday.
just never had a lunch order. Yes,
I blame it on his behaviour, but it's really because I don't look at the app.
Are you listening, boy? This is the reason.
Your mother. I am at fault.
Yeah, but that is the rant about it. Like the Rave is the things it can do, but the rant about it, yeah, is the charging,
Yeah.
is the connected apps. Because even we just recently got a new printer. It's like cool. It's like so much more slimline. But then you got to download the apps for it. Then in the apps you've got to sign up for this, and that's like,
And then when you print from your phone, you have to make sure you're connected to the same Wi-Fi. It's like you have to be connected to the same thing. It's like, I may as well just write it down.
just write it down. It defeats the purpose. What I rave about it is its speed. It
Yes.
is just so quick,
It's instantaneous.
instantaneous.
We no longer know how to have patience and wait anymore.
And that's the rant about it, because especially you see with the kids, if they want to know something, they want to know now. And you can't just say, oh, I'll check it out
Let's
later.
look it up and let's go to the library together.
Yeah.
No, we're going to Google it now.
Yeah. Are you one of those people that if you're at a restaurant and someone brings up a fact and then no one knows, that I'll say, oh, let's Google it?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm happy to, I'm happy to wonder.
To wonder is a challenge. And sometimes you'll say, let's not Google it and let's see if it comes to us.
Yeah.
That's what conversations have become now.
Yeah.
Who can remember first?
I think that's good, but we should keep challenging our brains. I feel
Yeah.
like with this, everything so instantaneous takes away the patience, sorry. The art of actually researching something is going to get lost, I suppose.
Well, it is, because you can just ask ChatGPT to write you an essay.
Yeah.
It's done.
Off you go.
Off you toddle.
Hmm.
So another rave I have about it is your smart home devices. So it's all voice activated.
Yeah.
So I just can't be bothered talking to it now. It's so lazy.
You're going to wait for it to be, the ESP it.
I tell you, I don't know, but sometimes I think something, it turns up on my feed. I'm like, how did that happen?
It's very...
How does it know I'm thinking this? Navigational devices.
Oh, big plus, big
Yeah.
rave.
Do you know what I love about it? It tells you where a speed camera is.
Yeah, it's
It's
good.
good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good.
Not that we speed, but it's good to know.
Sometimes you make a mistake. Just telling us where to go.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But even in the car, so I've got it, in the car system. And then when I drive, a little image is reflected onto my windscreen. And if I have sat nav, it'll actually have the arrow saying 500 meters
Fancy.
pointing. Yeah. So
I've got
that's really
got a
good.
rant to that though.
Yeah.
When you listening to a banger of a song,
Yeah.
you're like about to go into it, and it's like turn left in 500 meters. Like
That's
it's all
true.
gone and it misses a part. That is a rant.
Yep. Fair enough. That's
Virtual reality.
Yeah.
Now, we did this in Macau. So this church in Macau, it was a Portuguese-built church, burnt down. So what they did, they built a separate room. You go in, put the virtual reality in, and you see what the church would have looked like in history.
Oh, okay.
So I love that you can travel through time, or you can sit in your lounge room and travel to different parts of the world to see different landmarks.
Yeah. That's cool.
Did you know, Miz?
Yeah.
Here's a bit of thing that you can watch porn on virtual reality, and this has caused a bit of a rift in couples because they feel like they're cheating because you can see everything.
Yeah.
And so I reckon that's a bit of a rant. I wouldn't like
That's
my
weird.
I wouldn't like my partner doing that.
I'm just thinking of from the outside. So you're just seeing someone wearing the goggles and that is going to be viral content.
I would die.
And you wouldn't know because you're stuck in this virtual world thinking you're having the time of your life.
It's so funny, the virtual, like the stuff that's gone viral about virtual reality and people like that,
Yes.
smashing TV.
Because
And you're like, oh, like, what's going on in this one? But also the addiction and also our response level to notification messages and stuff. We're very much like Pavlov's dog now. It's like, ding. Oh, go check my thing.
I am pretty good to being able to ignore notifications.
I am Pavlov's personal.
You're like my
canine.
you're my hubby. Like we'll be talking and the
Yeah.
ding will come and it's like, ding.
Yeah.
Whereas I'll hear the ding, I'm like, no, the ding can wait.
Yeah,
I'm here.
but that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
The ding should wait.
The ding should freaking wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be there. Relax.
Liz,
Yes.
can you 100% trust a robot?
No.
Can you trust a robot to drive you around like those driverless cars?
I wouldn't do that until it's like tested to the
Max.
And
Well, that's
other people-
what's
other people have done
holding
it.
them back. So, driverless cars and human error are on par at the moment.
Oh, really?
And they will only release driverless cars if there is less than human error. So that's in the
In
making.
the works.
Yeah.
Elon's onto it.
Oh, he sure is,
Mm,
Mr.
yeah.
Muskie.
All right. So we've got Pavlov's dogs. We've got Muskie and Musty. But are we ranting or raving modern technology? Fun. Rave. Rave for me too.
Let's embrace the change.
Do you remember?
Global viral moments.
Ooh.
All right.
Bonds has got heaps.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just going to start off with my most favourite one, and if it comes on, I've got to watch it. What was the BBC reporter with the guy doing an interview at home, very professional. Then in walks his little 4-year-old daughter in the background. And I watched it again last night. He has his arm and he's trying to like, keep talking about shoving it in the back, and then the baby rolls in the stroller, and the ice cream on the cake is when the wife runs in, and she's like falling over the floor and just.
And then she finally drags the baby out, and you see her hand go in and shut the door.
That is the best.
That is so relatable.
Yes.
And, you know, props to that woman. she tried her best, but sometimes kids just get the best of you.
But the way the daughter's like, la, 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 I'm here in daddy's room.
And she marches it.
Yes.
Oh, it's so cute. I reckon I've watched it about 20 billion times.
it
'cause
is
I
so
love it
good.
that much. All right, Mez, I've got one. 2010.
Yeah.
Sarah Murdoch, live TV, Australia's next top model.
About this.
She announced the wrong winner.
Yep.
It's you, Kelsey. Then you see, like, as Kelsey's thanking her family,
Yeah.
and you see Sarah going, and her face just changed.
Yeah.
And Kelsey's just finished thanking everyone. The fireworks gotten off and everything. And she's like, oh, I've made a mistake. This is the errors of light. She goes, I feel so sick. Oh, my
Yeah.
God. Oh, my God.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was actually the runner-up
Who's-
who won.
Yeah.
And look, kudos to the girls, Kelsey. What was the other girl's name? Amanda? To Kelsey and Amanda, because they were so gracious.
Yeah.
And they handled it so well. It was the biggest gaffe mistake. And, you know, you think, was Sarah Murdoch's set up, or did she legit listen to it wrong and have to
Yeah. wind back.
backpedal? And
by that feeling she would have had in the gut.
oh,
would be
like, oh
that
my
dread,
God.
Yeah, where like it's like, whoa.
Yeah, and then Amanda, like, because some people were booing in the audience.
Yeah.
That Sarah got it wrong, or
Ah.
the whole how it rolled out.
Yeah, yeah,
And then Amanda's like, oh, thanks.
yeah.
and then like Sarah's like, oh, Amanda, you do your catwalk. Kelsey, come over here, and gave her a big hug.
Oh.
It was very endearing of Sarah.
Yeah,
but
she handled it well.
she
Like,
did. She was gracious.
Yeah.
She was vulnerable. She was honest, and I think that's how you got to handle your cock up.
Yes. Well, that actually just reminded me of the time with the Oscar winner. They the best.
La La Land.
No, was it the Moonlight or something?
Yeah, but they announced La La Land when it was
Oh.
really
Moonlight or something,
Moonlight.
something like that.
Yeah.
But that was written on a piece of paper. Like that was written in cardboard. How can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How can they get
Someone
that
did
wrong?
it. It was someone.
That was Warren Beatty, wasn't it?
What? Yes, it was.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Warren, what
He
happened?
should have worn his bifocals.
He
That's what should
should
have
have.
happened. All right. Got any more?
I've just got Leave Britney Alone. Remember that guy?
that went viral.
He did. And
Leave,
like-
and he should have left her alone.
yes. Yeah, he got it right.
He was right.
But just the passion and for him to actually go and post that, it's one thing to feel it, and another thing to film it, and another thing to film it and post it.
Yes.
Yes.
And away it went. We still remember it now. I've got John Travolta. It was in 2014 Oscars, and he had to introduce Idina Menzel to sing "Let It Go" from Frozen.
Yeah.
I don't assume.
I don't assume that's
I do assume. And he just mumbles it out. It was just a cock up. But then she
roasted him a bit.
Yeah, she roasted him back. So in the 2015 Oscars, she goes, and now to introduce Glomgazingo. And John Travolta comes up and he says her name properly. So he kind of makes amends. It was very sweet. How can you stuff up Idina Menzel?
I know.
Mendel? Oh, no, I've stuffed it up.
Deal Nazim. He had it written there, though. It's a different story. Obviously, a recent one was the Hok Tour girl.
Oh, yeah.
So
she even released a podcast and
she did
a
heaps.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, but then I think I think she's trying to be. She might be sued for fraud with the Bitcoin because she got people to buy it. Then her and her backers all sold their shares, and everyone else lost money. So because I thought good on her
same thing.
15 seconds of fame, you got to make the most out of it.
Absolutely,
Go
and
for
she
it, girl.
did. She really did, and she was actually showed she's quite intelligent in her podcasts and stuff.
Until she fleeced people.
Damn it. What about when Kanye intercepted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech at the VMAs?
Yeah.
So she won the best female video.
She was only what? She would have been
17.
17
years old.
Girl.
And she goes, I just dreamed. She's on the stage like, I dreamed what this moment would be like. Then Kanye comes up, yo, Taylor, I'm happy, but I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce should have won best video. And Beyonce's like, what? And even President Obama afterwards, he called him a jackass.
Oh, really?
Jackass. And Taylor Swift said she thought the audience was booing her for winning, but in fact they were really booing Kanye.
Yeah.
And she was only a teenager.
She handled it well.
She did. I would have cried.
Yeah, me too. This is an Aussie one. I don't know if you remember Chick Chick Boom. Do you remember this?
The Chick Chick Boom Girl.
Chick Chick Boom Girl.
Yes.
So for those of you listeners who aren't Aussie, I think I didn't write down what year it was. I think it was early 2000s or mid 2000s. And there's an shooting at the pub, and the media are on site to have interviews with any witnesses, and she comes up, she goes, oh, there's these two wogs fighting, and then the fat wog says to the skinny wog, and she just did this whole story, and she goes and pulls out a gun, and it's like, boom, and the way she did she just flowed, and so she just took off, but it turns out that she made it off.
She went viral. Oh, she made it up.
She made it up.
You know what? Kudos to her.
Kudos. She sees the moment. She sees the opportunity.
Mez, have you ever heard of the Fire Festival?
Ah, yes, yeah.
Touted as the greatest party that never happened. So it was run by an entrepreneur called Billy McFarland and Ja Rule, which he says, it's not my fault. So it's a luxury music festival that would last 2 weeks in the Bahamas. It was promoted by top models Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid. It was like gourmet food. It was the most ultimate festival. Blink-182 were headlining. VIP tickets were up to $250,000 US.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like Lord of the Flies when they got there. They land, they get to the place, and there's just tents.
Yep.
Fighting over tents. Mattresses were wet, and then there was no water. So the organisers fed them tequila. So they were all drunk. And then the food they got was in a styrofoam box, a deconstructed Kraft single cheese sandwich. It was terrible. People, these rich people who just flash money live like us.
That's why I do remember the news sort of reports at the time. And everyone's like, oh, poor little rich people. And then they were just laughing like, ha ha. You get to live like us.
They were there for 5 hours, no food, but free tequila. They were promised top-notch security. It was just lockers with no lock. You had to bring your own lock, so no one brought a lock. So things were stolen. people were looting and all the major musical acts pulled out.
Yeah.
So people were stranded. They ran to the embassy. They went to the airport. And they were in the airport in the waiting area.
Yeah.
They locked
Locked them out.
They locked them in the room. It was cat disaster. And then when they get back, it was all over and it was going viral everywhere. What's going on? The people who attended were offered a refund, or they can let it ride and put it forward towards the next
one.
Fire Festival. What a viral disaster.
I'd forgotten about that. That's
Yeah.
good.
Viral moments in time. If you have any viral moments to share, let us know.
Let us-
DM us, send it through our speak pipe.
Who did a better battle?
Ding ding, here's the thing.
Here is the thing.
Beyonce versus Adele.
Mm.
Who does it better?
Oh, this is a tough one.
So Beyonce, are we going to start with her? Or are we going to
Yes,
start
let's
with
go.
Adele?
Let's go, Beyonce.
She is known to be the hardest working woman in showbiz. Born in 1981, Houston, Texas. She was started in 1990s with Destiny's Child, with famous with Salmon Name and Bootylicious.
Yep.
Oh my God, how off key was that? Bootylicious. And then in 2003, she embarked on her solo career, Dangerously in Love album.
And I vividly remember, because we are the age that would go to clubs and Destiny's Child, I'm a Survivor, and the one from Charlie's Angels. That was a big one. Yep. So we danced in clubs with that, and it's fantastic. But I vividly remember when Beyonce released Crazy in Love. And I
Yeah.
remember thinking, this sounds amazing. I love the sound of it. And you see the film clip in it, like,
with the trumpets.
so the trumpets, and in the film clip where she does this leg thing and puts the other leg on top, and she's in the singlet and
she's
shorts.
So
And it catapulted her. That was a
It
lot. And it's
did.
still a freaking
It's a
great
good song.
Yeah.
and it featured her husband Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
She holds the world record for winning the most Grammy Awards by a female artist.
Oh, there you
To
go.
date, 35 wins.
Wow.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
She is amazing.
So she's not only does music mez, but she's also a business owner with Ivy Park Activewear. And she's released a fragrance. She's a co-owner of Tidal Music, a streaming service she does with Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Madonna.
I love when someone so successful ventures out in their own businesses and makes things like,
be entrepreneurial.
entrepreneurial. I'm very happy.
I can't say
No,
that.
I can't say it either. You do it well. But when you see, the hardest working thing, like, because I haven't seen her in person. I'd love to go see her, one of her shows.
I'd go see her.
But like when you do see her work the stage, she is 1,000%.
Yeah, she's
like
on.
she flicks it here.
Yeah.
No tomorrow.
I believe Beyonce became who she is because of her parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember hearing that her dad used to make her sing while running on the treadmill. So she would have that longevity and endurance.
Yeah.
And her mum, Tina Knowles, she used to dress Destiny's
I know,
Child, and
yes,
now she has her own label.
I
But,
didn't know.
she had the glam, she had the work ethic behind her, and obviously the talent as well.
Oh, she definitely had the talent.
Look, it's got to note that Beyonce's collaborations, collabs. So she did Telephone with Lady Gaga, which was, the film clip was amazing.
Yes,
With Shakira, Beautiful Liar.
yep.
But she just takes the world by storm.
Yeah.
What about Put a Ring on It? How many of us dance in the club like this?
Yeah.
I didn't have a boyfriend at the time, but I'm like, if you like it, then you should put a ring on it.
I'm about to say, because, some of her classic hits, Single Ladies, Halo, I just love that song.
Yes.
Halo, Who Run the World, Girls. And she has to be in that legend status, like, seriously.
She is. But now that you've mentioned Halo, so she released this album called I Am Sasha Fierce, and it was a double album. And so on the I Am part, it had If I Were a Boy, Halo, and then Sasha Fierce was her alter ego, and she had Single Ladies on it.
Yeah, okay.
Now she also did a country album.
Yes,
And she won a Grammy for Best Country Album. Beyonce.
Come on.
Oh my God. And then she can also speak French. Voulez-vous? Voulez-vous? She sung on the Lion King soundtrack.
Yeah.
What about Lemonade? All about betrayal And love, and that's when we find out, did Jay-Z cheat on Beyonce and was Becky with the good hair Gwyneth Paltrow?
Oh, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Mm.
Is that the rumour?
That was one of the rumours.
Yeah.
Who do you think it was?
I had no idea who it was.
But also, look, Beyonce has to be noted for donating millions to hurricane relief in the New Orleans. She founded the Beyonce Knowles Carter Foundation, supporting education, disaster relief, and women's rights. You know what? She's got 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
2?
One with Destiny's Child and the one as a solo artist.
Very cool.
And she can still speak French.
And all that she hasn't forgotten her French.
And now on the other side of the ring is Adele.
Hello.
Born in 1988. She's an emotional storyteller about healing and unity. Her real name is Adele Laurie Blue Atkins.
Oh, that's very pretty.
Yeah, it is very pretty. She went to the Brit School of Performing Arts and studied alongside Amy Winehouse and Leona Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
There you go. I wouldn't have thought Leona Lewis among that company, but sure.
But Amy Winehouse too. She's won 15 Grammy Awards in total. Her first album was 19 in 2008. Second in 2011 was 21. And that's what drove her, catapulted her to fame around the world with songs of Rolling in the Deep and Someone Like You.
Oh, I love Someone Like You. It's so beautiful. Her voice is just
soulful.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And then you hear her talk. That's what I love about her. I feel like she's got a bit more. I can connect to her on a human level.
Yeah, she's down to earth.
More down to earth, because when you hear her talk, she's just like, I can't talk about it. It's like an equivalent.
What are you saying?
Yes.
What's my body count?
Yeah.
What's that mean? She's very funny.
She's very, very funny and like self-deprecating. So her singing voice and her speaking voice are 2 separate entities.
Different. But they say like when you sing, your accent goes away.
Yeah.
And that happens with Adele.
Yeah.
So all albums reflect personal growth and they're soulful.
They are very soulful.
Bit of jazz and pop.
Yeah.
God, she's lovely.
She is lovely. And so with this one, she's not really the entertainer. It's all about her voice.
Her voice.
No backup dancing. There's no hair flicks or what have you.
No.
It's just her and her voice. We're lucky enough to go to a concert.
Not
What
me.
did you? What?
I had a car accident and I couldn't walk.
That's right. You're back.
So I had to give my ticket to Claire.
Yeah, that's right.
And you girls got me a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know where that T-shirt is. So it's like,
where do I see it? So it was a big concert, so tens of thousands of people, just with her, and it started off with just a close-up of her eyes saying, hello, hello, and Lionel Richie's like, hello.
A frog comes out, hello, my baby, hello, my darling.
But to be able to hold and captivate an audience in like an arena, an outdoor arena with just your voice, amazing.
Yeah,
she just carries so well.
She does. Yeah. I agree. However, she had a residency in Vegas, Mez.
Yeah.
At the Coliseum of Caesar's Palace.
Yes.
In 2022. But at the very last minute, she postponed the residency. So apparently it was COVID-19.
Ah.
So she rescheduled the residency to 2022.
She's still there, yeah?
Nope, it ended in 2023.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just 1 year. That was enough for Adele.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's stuck in my memory with this residency is she'd be pushed in a box to the stage, but no one knew she was inside.
Yeah, that was the same as the concert. Yeah.
Like hiding in a box. La 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 la.
I think what I also remember for her is her carpool karaoke with James Corden.
Yes.
Again, because she's fun. Like, I'm not saying Beyonce's not fun.
No.
But I feel like Adele, I would have fun with Adele.
Beyonce has a persona.
Yeah.
You know, there is a line between professional and personal.
Yeah.
Whereas Adele, what you see is what you get.
Yep.
And look, I've got to note Adele's philanthropy.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2017, she donated actively to support the Grenfell Tower Inferno.
Yep.
And then she held charity performances to support Hurricane Katrina victims.
Mm-hmm.
And she made donations to food banks and also embraces the LGBTQ plus community.
I do really like it when you hear that successful multimillionaires and all that sort of stuff, help out charities, because it's good that they do.
Yeah.
She just really connects through soulful music, whereas Beyonce connects through, her music can be soulful.
Her music
too.
grabs you.
Yeah. Oh, it does grab you. And I suppose in different ways. I don't know. I would listen to both of them.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to call it here, I am calling it a draw. I can't pick between the two. Beyonce's a legend. Adele is on her way to being a legend. So
I disagree.
Okay.
And I'm going to say Beyonce does it better.
Mhm.
She's just an entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She has so many tools in her belt,
Mhm.
and she's the hardest working woman or person in the industry. So she needs to be known by Fonz
It's doing it
that
better.
she's doing it better. You're doing great, Adele, but Beyonce is just better.
Okay. That is it for another episode. Thank you.
Like, share and follow, subscribe and all of that. We'll see you next week. Bye.